head coach Dabo Swinney, running back Will Shipley, center Will Putnam, and defensive tackle Tyler Davis. Coach, if you'd make some opening comments, and we'll take some questions from the media.
Yeah, again, on these guys, really excited to have them up on the stage, starting down there with TD. I think he's played the most defensive snaps of anybody at Clemson, and most defensive starts as well, I think. And Putnam has played, I think, the second most career snaps of anybody ever at Clemson. And then my man Shipley here is just graduated in 3 years, and he's the first scholarship player to graduate in 3 years with a perfect 4.0. Pretty amazing, what he's able to do. So, 3 great players, but also great men off the field, and that's why they were voted captain, by their teammates. So, just been a great week. It's been fast. I mean, we play in 24 hours. It's unbelievable how fast this week's gone. We've had a really great experience down here. Really appreciate everybody with the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl for just all the effort that goes into making it happen and making it a fun week. There's a lot of moving parts, and I know there's a lot of volunteers and a lot of people that just work all year really to make this a great experience for everyone. And I know there's a lot that goes into the community as well. But it's been a really good week. We've had some fun. We've got a lot of work done. We've had great practice. We really appreciate Fernandina Beach and their access to practice there. We had to come over here one day to the Jags on Christmas Day, but it's been really good preparation back at home and also down here. And now it's time to play. Got a lot of respect for this team we're getting ready to play, and know it's going to be a very competitive game. But just really appreciate, the opportunity to be here, and excited that the time to play has finally come.
All right, we'll take questions. Raise your hand. We'll get a microphone to you. And as a reminder, please say your name and affiliation before you start for our closed captioning. Start with Gary.
Hey, Gary Smith from the Florida Times-Union. Coach, did you think you had seen the last of Devin Leary?
You never know today's world, that's for sure. But good football player. We've seen him obviously several times and got a lot of respect for him. He's a guy that's going to have a chance to play at the next level for sure. But yeah, you never know. I mean, it just kind of pops up. We've seen a couple of quarterbacks this year that we thought we were done with, and you see him again. But he's a good one.
And your first bowl game as a head coach was in this game. An awful lot has happened over those years. Can you reflect a little bit about, thinking about your bowl preparation that week and the game compared to, obviously you've won a lot of big games since then.
Yeah, I mean, it was my first bowl game as a coach, period, too, in '93 as a GA, and then obviously as a head coach. But, yeah, it's night and day. That was literally, I was an interim and had just become the full-time head coach a couple weeks prior to coming down here, and my first bowl prep as a head coach. But I think we've learned a lot over the years. We've been in a lot of postseason games, so I would say things are very different from that first bowl prep. You kind of learn as you go in that situation, but I think we've had outstanding preparation for this game, and again, looking forward to competing.
Beth Wool, Fox Carolina in Greenville. Dabo, almost to the day, it'll be a year since Cade Klubnik made his first career start for Clemson. Talked to him yesterday about it a little bit, the growth that he's had and the journey that this year has been. Just your thoughts on his growth and how much he has grown and commanded that role as the leader of this team at quarterback.
Well, it's been tremendous. I mean, I think, if you really watched us all year, it's easy to see that. I mean, the game has slowed down for him, and especially the last month or so. I mean, he's really settled in, and he's just got good poise in the pocket. He's making good decisions. He's really, the biggest thing is he's used his legs in a very timely fashion for us. He's made some big plays there, extended drives, created some big plays, with his legs as well. So, he's still got a whole nother level. There's another level of physical development that he has to have between now and next year. But for a first-year starter, he did a lot of good things. We're in position to win every game, and he's battle tested, much different than he was this time last year. He's a little bit more, got a little thicker skin and just more water under the bridge. And it's a developmental game and certainly a developmental position. And if you're made of the right stuff and you have the right type of character and work ethic, and you obviously got to have the talent to go with it, then you're going to get better. And that's exactly what I see with this kid. So I'm excited about how he's finished the year. And, he's had really, really good preparation. I was just telling him 2 days ago, I was just standing behind him. You can see that things have settled down for him a little bit as a young player. So he's got a lot of opportunity to grow in front of him, and he'll work to get there. I think when it's all said and done, he's going to be a really great winner for us. So I'm proud of him, and, hopefully he'll have his best game.
Jason Priester, all Clemson Tigers. This is for Will and Tyler. Knowing this is going to be you guys' last game, what are some of the emotion you guys have felt this week?
I would say it's just a great appreciation for everybody that played a part in my life and my time here at Clemson. Just thankful, kind of bittersweet, closing this chapter out, but can't wait for the next chapter. So I would say that.
Yeah, for me, I would go with Tyler on that. Just very appreciative for this opportunity that was given me by Coach Swinney, just my entire experience here. Thankful for all the memories, all the relationships made. But really, overall, it hasn't really hit me yet because we still have one more game to play. So it hasn't really hit me in that regard yet. And I think just really excited, finish. Coach Swinney always talks about finishing. We're all guys that graduated, came back for a fifth year, wanted to finish. And just really excited for this last opportunity to play tomorrow.
In the back on the risers.
Dabo, Amanda Poole with Watch Fox. Coach Stoops got up here and gave you guys a lot of praise for this program. What is it about the product that you put out this season, do you think, that has earned that level of respect?
We've played tough. I think we've been a very physical football team every single game. We've been in position to win every single game. And, we've had tough breaks in a couple of games. The ball hadn't quite bounced our way, but the guys have responded. They've shown a lot of resiliency. They just kept coming, and then we finished well. So we've got a talented football team that again, if you really pay attention, they've improved, they've gotten better, and we've cut out some of the costly mistakes that have really hurt us early part of the year. I think there's a lot to like about our team, for sure.
Todd Summers, WSPA TV. We've heard you talk a little bit about it, but what is lost from this defense that's been so great this year when you lose some key guys, whether it's opt-outs, transfer portal, but you don't have Jeremiah Trotter, you don't have Ruka Rororo, you don't have Nate Wiggins, you don't have Andrew Makuba. How much different should we expect this defense to look?
It's kind of like if you have an injury. We've had some of those guys have had to miss games for whatever reasons. Next guy's got to go play, and I think one of the reasons we've been a top 10 defense this year is because we've had really good functional depth. That's what you'll see in this game. We're going to miss Jeremiah. He's a great player, but Woodaz has played a lot of football, and he's got a lot of experience. This is game 13 of his sophomore year. So those guys have to step up, just like any other position. Certainly, tough to not have your a great linebacker like that, and then Nate is not there. So next guy's got to step up. Just like he missed a game earlier this year. Next guy had to step up. So AV and Shelton have gotten some good experience throughout the season. They're confident. Those guys got to be ready to roll. And I think Shelton, I think it's his first start, but he's played a good bit and really like where he is from a confidence standpoint. He's had great preparation. And then D tackle's a position that we've had great depth at all year. So just means Peter Woods, instead of being listed as a co-starter, he gets to run out there first. You miss those guys, but we're thankful that we've got some guys that have played a lot of winning football for us and have good experience to lean on. on that side of the ball. And then, the development of Khalil Barnes and what he's been able to do throughout the year. Kylan Griffin, we're getting Jalen Phillips back. He's a guy that's been out for several games now. So hopefully that'll help us fill that void a little bit with Makuba.
Gene Zappa from the Charleston Post and Courier. Thanks, guys, for doing this. Dabo, the idea that a bowl game's a key part of momentum going into the offseason or the next season, is that a thing, or is it just, a good way to end a single season?
Well, I mean, I think it's a thing. I think anytime you can finish something on a positive note, it's good momentum. But you still have to start over regardless. Doesn't whether you win or whether you get beat. It's still a new team, a new challenge, a new journey every single year. But I think it's an opportunity to develop some confidence, and confidence, leads to belief, and belief leads to, great things. And so it certainly is a positive in that regard.
Over here, Michael Epps, Fox 56 Sports in Lexington. Dabo, what do you see out of this Kentucky football team? What do they do well out there, and what are you guys going to look to try to neutralize?
Well, they're tough. They're physical. I mean, listen, talk about any of the Stoops guys. I mean, they're all defensive guys. They're all tough guys, and I think their teams take on that personality. Coach Stoops was a great defensive coordinator as well, and so they're built to stop the run, and they're built to run the ball. That's when you watch them. That's really what it comes down to. They're a lot of motions, a lot of different things that they try to create offensively, but at the end of the day, they want to run the ball. They want to play action you. But I think they got good players at every single position. They've got some guys outside that they've really spread the ball out. It's pretty balanced. And then that daggum back, I mean, it's hard. You don't get lucky and lead the SEC in touchdowns. That's not something you just luck into. Tough, physical dude, big guys up front, and then obviously Leary is a very experienced quarterback. And then defensively, same thing. They're one of the best run defenses in the country. They're stout. They're stout, all three levels, active and physical at safety, linebackers downhill, big, strong dudes up front. That zero is one of the biggest guys that we've seen. And so, just well coached, and again, pride themselves on being a team that stops the run and that you don't run on them. That's kind of how they're built. And so that's the challenge in this game, is trying to win that matchup up front.
Hey, for Dabo, I know you've addressed this a little bit already, but anything you wanted to add or clarify about the Kennard situation? They put out another video kind of on some allegations.
No, I've spoken on all that already. Nothing to add.
Thanks.
Todd Summers, WSPA TV. This question is for Will Shipley. Will, you've had a little bit of time since the last game, and now getting ready for this next game. You got to, spend some time with family and friends. What goes into your decision? I talked with Barrett Carter yesterday, and he said it was the toughest decision he's ever made, but he wanted to come back for one more year with his guys. Where are you on that right now? What goes into it, and when would you like to have a final decision?
Yeah, I think for me the most important thing is finishing this season on a strong note. Not for me and whatever decision I make, but for guys like Tyler and for guys like Putt. They've put their life and everything they have into this program. So my number one priority is sending them off on the right note. But in terms of my decision and kind of where I'm at, I think finishing this game, being able to go home with the family and just discuss with them and talk through everything, just look at all the components and all the factors, and be able to make a smart, thorough decision. But as I said, the number one important thing to me right now is this game tomorrow at noon, and sending these boys off to my left on the right note.
Coach Alessandro Pompriano, News for Jax here in Jacksonville. Tomorrow you guys are playing in the home of the Jaguars. How proud are you of Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne's careers here with the Jaguars?
And Shatley, Tyler
true.
Shatley. Let's don't forget the Shat, man. He always gets left out. Life of an OL, Putnam. Oh, man, super proud of those guys. Really proud of them. Got a chance to see Shatley the other day and a couple of his kids. Tyler was in my first signing class, so he was a part of the Dandy Dozen, and all 12 of those guys graduated and doing good, really good in life. And he's still playing. You know, he's the last man standing of that group. I guess this is, I don't know, year 10, something like that for him, and captain, and pretty good for a free agent guy and to stay with the same team. So really proud of him, and I think he's been a good big brother to those guys as they've, you know, come into the fold here. And I mean, Trevor's, he's just, he's Trevor. I mean, the guy's a great winner. I know they've lost a couple games here. I talked to Coach Peterson the other day, as a matter of fact, but I know they've had a couple tough games. But, you know, they're right there in the hunt. And, you know, just need to find a way to win one and go from there. But he's been beat up and banged up, but he's just one of those guys that keeps coming. You know, that's what you love about Trevor. I've always said that about him. You know, he looks like Hollywood, but he's the most un-Hollywood guy you ever come across. I mean, the kid is he loves to play. He loves to play. He loves to prepare. He's a grinder, and he's got a long career ahead of him. And then ETN is, I mean, he's just one of the most explosive players at this level, just like he was at our level. And really proud of him. Obviously, he missed his first year, but, you know, seeing what he did last year, and he's had some big moments this year as well. And same thing, you know, as long as he's healthy and, you know, he touches the ball, good things usually happen with that guy. So just 3 really great guys, and hopefully they'll be able to come over. You know, it's a work day. It's game day for us, but it's a work day for them tomorrow in a noon game. So I'm sure they'll have practice, but I think they're going to probably come over when the game is over, or when their practice is over, and whatever point that is in the game. So really proud of them and how they've, you know, instilled a lot of life into Jacksonville, and the Jags got a bright future with that group for sure.
Mark Whiteman, WIFF. Dabo, bowl games have changed quite a bit from the start of your career. Just wondering what your thoughts are on the meaning of bowl season in the current college football landscape with transfers and opt-outs and things of that nature.
Yeah, it's kind of sad to see, honestly. You know, it's my 29th bowl game as a player and a coach, so I've got a pretty good perspective on, you know, just a lot of different bowls and a lot of different experiences. Some of my greatest memories are being a part of bowls, and the best ones are the ones we won. I told them that. You know, it's a great opportunity. That hasn't changed, you know, regardless of who's playing, not playing. I mean, to me, the story's about who's playing, and it's an opportunity to finish your season. And one of our goals is to win the closer, and this is the closer for us. It's a huge goal. And there's a great opportunity for this team to finish well, and you know, to play on a stage like this, to come to the Gator Bowl, play a really good team in Kentucky. So this is, you know, that part hasn't changed. You know, I know that there's, you know, the landscape has changed, but that part hasn't.
Scott Kiefer with the Greenville News. Dabo, last week, what was your reaction when you heard Florida State would be suing the ACC?
What was my reaction? What was my reaction? I don't think I really had a reaction. It's like, it wasn't like a wow. You know, I didn't really have a reaction other than just, well, okay, all right, let's see what happens. I don't know. You know, I'm just like everybody else. You know, read the article, or one of the articles, and just informed myself. I didn't really have a reaction. Went to practice.
Back here in the back again.
Todd Summers, WSPA TV again. This tech question's for Tyler Davis. Tyler, why was it important for you to play in this game? You've been here a long time. You didn't have to come back for this game. You could have, you know, said goodbye and gone to prepare for the NFL draft. It was important for you to play. Why is that?
I just think that's something that's been instilled in me, just to always finish and maximize everything that I do. And I think, you know, it's important for me to finish and show the younger guys around that, you know, it's important to finish, and it means a lot.
In the back once again.
Amanda Poole with WatchFox. I know a lot of our Columbia viewers are going to be interested in seeing Antonio Williams and his highly anticipated return since he is on the depth chart. I know they're probably looking forward to seeing him. And I was wondering from your perspective, Dabo, if like you've seen him grow in certain ways through his non-participation, what we haven't seen on the field, what we've seen behind the scenes? What have you seen kind of from his lack of play time?
Yeah, so I guess he's played 3.5 games, and Cole played a game and a quarter. So two of our best players have really been out all year. And when you're injured, it challenges you. These guys love to play. That's what they love to do. And especially for him, coming off a freshman All-American year and a great first season, and now all of a sudden you get hurt, roll your ankle, then you come back and you get hurt in the very next game with a different type of injury. It's frustrating. And so, but it's also an opportunity to grow in other ways, and I think he's done that. I mean, he's attacked his rehab. I think he's matured throughout this year. He's got I think a really good perspective to himself. I mean, he's excited to get back, and we'll see. We don't need him to play 60 snaps or anything like that, but to have him available is a great thing for us. That's a big shot in the arm. But he's physically more mature as well. I think he's just in the process, and he was able to save the year. So he's got 3 years left if he needs it. But a really good player and got a bright future ahead.
I will do 2 more here.
Beth with Fox Carolina. This is for all 3 of you guys. Just wondering about your observations and opinion of the bowl game experience now, knowing it's your last with the thought that it could be your last. Did you observe things differently? Did you participate in things differently? And what was kind of this experience like with that thought in your head?
I'll go first. Not necessarily. For me, I've really approached this whole year like that. Not only for it being my last, but really through COVID, this being my COVID year, I almost felt like going this season, I'm on borrowed time. In the normal world, I wouldn't be here, wouldn't play this season, wouldn't be on this podium. So I really kind of attacked this whole season with that mindset that without a doubt, no matter what's to come, this is the last of not just playing football, but being with the guys that I call my brothers, being with my best friends, playing the game I love. And I think just this whole week has just been just an accumulation of all that, just put in a week. But it's been a great experience. The Taxler Gator Bowl has been awesome to us. We stayed at a beautiful hotel, had great week of practice. So it's been a really good kind of accumulation so far. And again, just looking forward to winning the closer and finishing this bowl game the right way.
Yeah, I would say I've had a great experience. Just thankful for all the teammates, and I'm having a lot of fun out here, being in the home state and just enjoying myself. So this has been a great experience. And thank you for the Taxler Bowl, for all the experience and the hotel and stuff like that. So yes.
Yeah, for me, it's been amazing too. Just being down in Florida, having a great practice facility, getting to come out here on Christmas Day and practice in the indoor. So it's been tremendous. They've put on great entertainment for us, and just being around with the guys. I think after every practice, I've gone up to TD, and we've got a big bear hug. Just because that's how we feel about one another. We love everybody, every one of our teammates. They're just like brothers to us. So appreciating the moment and just living in the now, like Coach Swinney always says. You never know, what your plan is, what God's plan is for you. So just appreciating every moment, and it's easy to appreciate this one, thanks to the Taxler Gator Bowl and everybody for what they've done for us.
All right, last one.
Ryan Black with the Courier-Journal. Dabo, this is for you. Kentucky's players heading into this, they've been very open about the fact that there's just more excitement around this bowl game, and they didn't out and out say this, but there was kind of the implication that guys maybe would not have played in this bowl game if they weren't facing you and the statement it can make beating Clemson. What does that say about where your program is and how much of a target there still is on your back basically every game?
Just another week. It's that way every week. Every time we line up to play, that's what comes with coming to Clemson. You come to Clemson, that's every single game. You're going to get everybody's best every single week. We talk about that all the time. It doesn't matter who we play or where we play or what time we play. Whoever we play, we're going to get their best, And again, Clemson is a place when the schedule comes out, people look and they go, when we play in Clemson. And that's just part of being at this great university. And so we understand that. We don't really – that's why we talk about playing to a standard all the time. We got to do our best each and every week. Our preparation has to be great each and every week. Doesn't matter who you play, what the record is, none of that. We know we're going to get everybody's best. And if you have that mindset, then you'll prepare the right way for every single game, whether you're in your opener, whether you're playing a non-conference team in the middle of the season, or you're finishing in the postseason.